Yo, what is going on, my dudes? Sorry for the lack of updates this week. There just hasn't been a whole lot of news, but I thought I'd go over the month ahead for March updates and just give you my thoughts on what we can expect this month. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video. Let's go! Alright guys, yeah, just again to say there really hasn't been much news, that's why I haven't really been uploading. I don't upload really if there's nothing to really talk about. They did have a live stream where they went over a survey regarding a bunch of updates that they might come out with, but those are like basically asking for your player feedback to help shape the rest of the year. So I didn't really want to cover it as none of those were 100% set in stone, although there were some cool ideas. So I suggest if you get a chance to go check that out. But with that out of the way, we're going to jump into the month ahead for March and see what we got going on over there. Unfortunately, we're not getting Solak. I thought we were going to get it, but we're not. I'm guessing it's going to be pushed till April, unfortunately, but you know, that's just how things go. Anyways, jumping into March.
A quick chat with Guma at the Fishing Guild north of Ardoyne will direct you to the deep sea fishing platform, a floating offshore walkway where you can train and chat with other players. From pelicans to sea monsters, this hotspot's teeming with random encounters that you can choose to engage with for extra rewards big and small.
Yo, I think that's a Thalassus. That's from, if I'm not mistaken, the name escapes me, but you do that one quest where you have to hunt Thalassus 10 times over. Deadliest Catch, that's right, that's the name of the quest, Deadliest Catch. At the end of that quest, you fight Thalassus like 10 times, you get Hunter XP, I think. And yeah, it looks like he's coming back for the, what do you call it, the deep sea fishing update. That's actually kind of cool. I wonder how to see how that, or maybe it's just like that same species that Thalassus was. If he, I don't know if he's like one of a kind, I don't know, but that's actually interesting to see. It's probably going to be one of those events that happens randomly as you're in this hub, so interesting to see how that's going to pan out, to be honest. I really don't know where they're going to take that direction, but we'll see, considering it's going to be the first update of the month, so that's actually just in a couple of days.
Some may take teamwork, but that's no hassle when everyone's on the platform. So who's up for a spot of whale watching? And our new place to be also comes with a diverse range of fishing methods. There's stackable magnetic minnows at level 68, a fishing spot that gives you random fish according to your level, jellyfish that heal without reducing adrenaline.
Yo, jellyfish that don't reduce your adrenaline when they heal you? That's interesting. That's actually going to be like for the upper echelon of PVMers are probably going to use that. I don't know exactly how much it's going to heal. Obviously, they didn't say anything about it, but as long as it heals semi-decently, it's going to be a really good tool for PVMers who just want to bang out as much DPS as possible without hurting themselves when they need to heal by utilizing things like food that, you know, reduces your adrenaline. So I can see these jellyfish being really popular for higher level PVMers. We're going to have to wait and see though.
And our new catch of the day, the sailfish. It's our new best fish for healing. Just boil it into sailfish soup to heal wounds in a pinch during combat. And speaking of best, how do you fancy Fishing Frenzy? At level 94, this hands-on method produces some of the highest fishing gains in all of RuneScape. What do you mean you don't know because you haven't tried it yet? Get your raincoat, scapers. You're about to pull in a whopper.
Alright, so that's it. That's deep sea fishing. I mean, you've seen it on my channel many times over. I have been covering it, you know, pretty extensively, so I'm sure you pretty much know at this point, but I'm excited for it. Just got a couple more days, and it's actually going to come into the game.
And towards the end of the month, Shiver Me timbers, mostly harmless, is under attack. From what, you ask? From zombie pirates, more sea monsters, and everything else we convinced Davy Jones' locker to spew up. The 5th Age pirate quest for gnarly pieces of hate.
So we're going to be getting Pieces of Hate towards the end of the month, and I am really excited. I really love pirate themes in like various games, not just RuneScape. So I'm really excited to see how they tie up this quest line, and I just love it. I love the graphical updates that I've covered in the past on the channel. It's really giving it a nice lick of paint. It's unfortunate actually to point out, you know, that they did not graphically update Mossla Harmless, even if they did some simple stuff where they took other assets from other areas and just kind of gave it a more lively look. You know, it would really just change the atmosphere dramatically. Even though it may not seem like it would, I think it would if you just do those subtle changes to the textures of the grounds, maybe update the trees, etc. The overall feel of the area would be improved. But then again, maybe some of you probably think if they're going to change it, you would want a complete overhaul, but I digress.
And you'll also need these requirements. Ready? 81 construction, 82 firemaking, 83 agility, 85 thieving, 110 combat, recommended, completion of Gertrude's cat, and a clockwork syringe.
So that's interesting. There you have the actual requirements to start the quest, and they also recommend 110 combat, so there's going to be some decent fighting in the quest. I know we already know about the mini game that I have talked about many months back, where you're basically going to have to fight off hordes of zombies, etc., as you're protecting and revitalizing, or, you know, just reinforcing the town in Mostly Harmless. So actually, I mean, I don't know if that means there's going to be a boss after that or if that's the fight only. It didn't look very challenging at all by no stretch of the imagination, but maybe there is a boss fight at the end. Maybe we're going to actually fight Rabbit Jack. I do know we're going to stop him at some point. I don't know if that physically means we're going to stop him through fighting or some other means, but I am definitely excited for this quest.
Wait, what was that? Sounded like it came from the cave. Sounded like... No, it can't be. We've never seen a horror so bloodied, so red of eye. That must mean we've introduced a new type of cave horror, unspeakable horrors.
Yo, I just gotta say that I'm liking the look of these cave horrors, to be honest. Little things like this really just revitalize the area. I wonder if that means they're gonna graphically update the jungle horrors, because if not, then that's gonna be pretty much an eyesore to see that contrast. So I imagine they would update them, but from what I'm seeing with these cave horrors, I'm impressed. I really like how they look.
Legend tells that killing one has a chance to drop a lore book, Scare Tactics, which contains 4 new basic and threshold abilities for magic and ranged, in a similar vein to Melee's Kick and Stomp. And what's more, Scare Tactics is tradable, and therefore can be acquired by free players. Who knows, perhaps you'll find other things on your adventures.
So that's interesting. I really wonder why they're doing this. There's going to be an item called the Scare Tactics that gives you like basically a codex that lets you unlock the abilities which are equivalent to the Kick and Stomp stuns for melee except for magic and range. I really don't know why they do that because they almost identically function with the current stuns. However, I believe Kick and Stomp do have a 1 square knockback. I don't know how that's going to be utilized in range or mage. You already have the, advantage of being at a distance. So I don't know how the 1 square is really going to play into effect. Perhaps this will allow players to pop off like a frag shot or a combust and then do that ability that'll force them to knock back 1 square to get the increased damage that you have when you cause a target to move when they have one of those bleeds applied. But it is available to free players, so that is actually pretty cool. I don't know if they're going to share the same cooldown. Let me know if the comments below if Backhand and Kick share the same cooldown. I can't remember. I think they do, so I think you'd have to alternate or, choose between which of these two you want to utilize. Maybe PVMers are going to be extremely creative with this and really do some interesting stuff with these new abilities.
Alright, how about we lighten the mood? It's time for the Spring Fair. It's back, bigger, better, and without the need for entry tokens, which is important to note. This means that there are no requirements, not even the gold in your holds. Just turn up to Lumbridge Crater and have fun, racking up some of our new rewards, including face paints, fishing bags, the new Easter pet, and more.
Well, the Spring Fair is coming back. I don't really care for these kinds of, Lumbridge Crater updates myself. I know they are very good for Iron Man, and when I do pay for membership on my Iron Man, I do usually participate in these events. I currently am not paying right now for my Iron Man, so I'm probably not going to participate. I may or may not. I mean, I really don't know at this point yet. They did remove the requirements for tickets like they had last year, which made this a really poor event. So hopefully that makes it a much more lively event. Let me know what you guys think about this. I personally just don't really care for these crater updates. But the fact that they made it so you can train here constantly and really have no limit like they did last year is really going to improve it. But again, one of those things that I really don't mind or don't really feel the need to get my hands into.
Speaking of spring, keep your eyes out for some Gothixian butterflies. They'll be fluttering around Gielinor for 2 weeks, and we hear that they grant XP to your lowest skill upon capture.
And finally, we're going to see the return of the tribute to Gothics. That's the Gothics butterflies that you see roaming around the game world. You collect, I think, 20 of them every single day, and they give XP to your lowest skill. So I really like these. It's just one of those things, every year we get them, and they're always a nice welcome. It's not like engaging gameplay by no means. You just go to any location, basically, and catch your X amount of butterflies every day and just get your free XP. but I always partake in it, so I can't knock it. It's okay, it's fine. So yeah, Gothics Butterflies returning. And that pretty much wraps it up for what we're going to be getting for March. I really was looking forward to Solak, like I said in the beginning of the video. Unfortunately, that's not something we're going to be getting, so we're going to have to wait probably another month. I don't know, I'll let you know as soon as I get more information. But that aside, we do get deep sea fishing, which is an awesome update. Really looking forward to that one. And we get the pirate quest, which is also a really good quest. And we get improvements to the cave horrors with new abilities. So maybe that'll be a decent money maker for at least mid-tier to low-level accounts. I don't know. Overall, you know, well, Spring Fair returns, don't really care for that, and Tribute to Gothics is fine. So let me know what you guys think about this month. Really would have been much stronger with Solak, but it still is a decent month. We still got really good updates that I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited for and really like when they actually launch. So I will see you on Monday when we get deep sea fishing. That's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I am out. Peace.